You're listening to Swift News, your daily news briefing in just 10 minutes. This is episode 75, and it's July 17, 2025. Let's get into today's stories. And now, well, you've heard the headlines, but our mission here at the Deep Dive is really to unpack these stories, explore what's truly important, and understand why they matter specifically to you. We want to go beyond the surface, connect some dots, maybe find those surprising insights.
That's exactly right, because often, connecting these headlines that seem pretty separate, that's where you start to see the bigger picture. We'll try to show you how, say, global events, economic shifts, even cultural moments and individual actions, they're all sort of woven together, and they're shaping your life, really.
Okay, let's start with global affairs then. Things feel particularly intense right now. We're seeing news from Gaza. An Israeli strike hit a church. There were injuries, including a priest. It just really underscores the harsh realities in conflict zones, doesn't it? The impact on civilians on places you'd think were sanctuaries.
It's a stark reminder, yeah. And it highlights the complexities of urban warfare. When fighting happens in densely populated areas, even religious sites can get caught in the crossfire. It's tragic. It really shows the deep human cost beyond the military side and just how hard it is to protect civilians.
Mm-hmm. Then shifting gears a bit, but still on the global stage, India is in these critical negotiations with Yemen. They're trying to delay the execution of a nurse, Nimisha Priya. This really brings home how international relations can directly impact one person's life.
Absolutely. That situation really shows the delicate balance of diplomatic influence and the massive challenges when one nation tries to step into another's legal system. It raises that big question,
Yeah.
How do countries handle their own sovereignty versus these international humanitarian concerns, especially when someone's life hangs in the balance?
Yeah, it's a tough one. And speaking of international frameworks, Brazil has now joined South Africa's ICJ case against Israel, the genocide case. That feels like a pretty significant development in the global legal arena.
Oh, it is. The ICJ, the International Court of Justice, that's the UN's top court for state disputes, so Brazil joining South Africa. It's not just symbolic. It adds diplomatic weight, maybe more legal arguments too.
Yeah.
It definitely signals shifting alignments, how nations view international law and accountability.
Okay, let's transition now. Let's dive into the world of business and the economy. What do these developments mean for, say, your personal investments, your daily life? Here's where it gets really interesting. The S&P 500 just topped 6,300. Seems like it was driven by strong retail sales and, significantly, a very positive AI outlook from TSMC.
Right, TSMC,
Yeah.
Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. They are arguably the most crucial chip maker globally. They don't design them, but they build the really advanced ones for, like Apple, NVIDIA, all the big names.
Okay.
So when they sound optimistic about AI, it's a huge signal. It means the basic hardware for AI across almost every industry is expected to boom, which suggests this tech-led economic growth might, keep going.
Gotcha. And sticking with finance, but moving digital, Congress passed a stablecoin bill. Crypto markets got a boost from that. Seems like a step towards more regulation, maybe making digital currencies more mainstream.
Exactly. So a stablecoin, it's a crypto designed to hold a steady value, usually pegged to something like the US dollar.
Right.
This bill tries to set clear rules for them, why it matters to you. Well, it could bring more trust and stability to this, pretty new financial area. It might make using digital currencies for everyday stuff more reliable, more common down the road.
Interesting. Now, on the tech side itself, Airtel is offering free Perplexity Pro AI subscriptions to 360 million users. That scale is just massive. What does that kind of widespread access to advanced AI mean?
Yeah, that's a potential game changer for information access. Perplexity Pro is pretty powerful for search and creating content. Giving it free to 360 million people, that just massively speeds up AI adoption. It can really change how people find info, create things, maybe even help with digital equity by giving these tools to so many.
Yeah,
Makes you wonder how quickly AI is just going to become part of our everyday digital toolkit, doesn't it?
it really does. Okay, let's move over to sports and culture. Who's making headlines? What's grabbing everyone's attention? Big news in hockey, the Florida Panthers did it again. They're repeat Stanley Cup champs, beating the Oilers. Must have been thrilling for their fans.
Oh, absolutely. Winning back-to-back like that, it's not just about skill. It's about incredible consistency, dedication. And these wins, they do more than just put a team in the history books. They really fire up a community spirit, create those shared memories that last, way beyond the final buzzer.
Yeah, that shared joy is powerful. And in entertainment, Lady Gaga's track Summer Boy, it hit record streams on Spotify. Apparently right after she launched her the Mayhem Ball tour, shows how tours can bring old hits roaring back.
Definitely. It's that synergy, right, between the live shows and digital platforms.
Yep.
A big tour creates buzz, gets people talking online, maybe rediscovering older songs, and algorithms pick that up, push it to new listeners. It shows live events are still huge drivers for streaming success and cultural impact.
Makes sense. And speaking of culture and legal frameworks, the Supreme Court stepped in to protect the screening of Kamal Hassan's film Thug Life in Karnataka. That seems important for artistic freedom, protecting cinema.
Yeah, it really underscores the court's role in defending artistic expression. It highlights that constant balancing act between, creative freedom and potential challenges like censorship attempts. Rulings like this basically reinforce that films, other creative works, they're protected speech, important for diverse stories getting out there.
Right. And on a slightly different note, related to media, news that CBS is canceling The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. It ends May 2026. Wow, that feels like a real end of an era for late-night TV.
It certainly does and marks a pretty big shift. The whole media landscape is just constantly changing. New platforms, new formats popping up. This makes you think, what's next for late night? Will it stick to the old model? Or shift more online, more niche? How will you get your news commentary and satire in a few years? It's evolving fast.
Definitely something to watch. Okay, let's move to our final segment, Shaping Our World, Environment, Science, and some really powerful human stories. First, in Varanasi, the flooding at Namagat seems to be getting worse, even since yesterday. It's such a clear, real-world example of these environmental challenges hitting daily life hard.
It is. And these local issues, like river flooding getting more severe, they're often directly linked to the bigger global climate patterns we're seeing. It's not just a one-off flood. It's often a symptom of these wider changes affecting communities everywhere, infrastructure, jobs, health.
Yeah, a worrying connection. But on a more hopeful note, in health, there's a new antibiotic in trials. It targets resistant bacteria. That could be a huge deal for global health down the line.
Huge is right, because we are constantly battling antimicrobial resistance bacteria evolving to beat our drugs. So a new type of antibiotic, that offers real hope. It's vital scientific innovation for, well, everyone's future health security, making sure we can still treat basic infections.
Absolutely critical. And sticking with innovation, OpenAI has launched a new AI tool. This one automates complex tasks. Sounds like it could bring a big jump in efficiency, really impact how we work.
For sure. This kind of advanced automation, it signals a really fundamental shift in how work gets done. It makes you ask, okay, how will these tools change my job? What tasks will be automated? How does it boost productivity? It's more than just efficiency. It's potentially redefining roles and workflows for many of us.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. And now let's wrap up with some human stories that really stand out. In Mumbai, a nurse saved a choking child on a packed train. Just everyday heroism. Incredible.
Incredible is the word. That kind of spontaneous courage, but also the critical thinking under extreme pressure. It's just such a powerful reminder that basic skills like first aid and quick thinking in unexpected moments can literally save a life.
Truly. And finally, this story from Gaza. A teacher risking their own safety to keep educating children amidst the ongoing strikes. It's such a testament to the power of education, of human resilience in the toughest imaginable circumstances.
It really is. That unwavering commitment. It shows how people find purpose, maintain hope, even when everything seems impossible. It makes you think about the power of learning itself, doesn't it? As a source of stability, maybe even a vision for the future, no matter how dark things seem.
Wow. We've covered a lot today. From global conflicts and diplomacy, all the way to tech breakthroughs, cultural shifts, environmental news, and these really inspiring human actions. Our goal, as always, is to give you these insights quickly, but also thoroughly. Help you understand the world around you just a little bit better, a little deeper.
Yeah, and as you think about all this, maybe consider how these things that seem separate. A new AI tool over here, a diplomatic move over there, a local act of courage. They're actually all connected. They're threads weaving together this larger tapestry that is constantly shaping your world, your future. The key insight maybe isn't just knowing what's happening, but starting to see how it all connects and how it might impact you.
Keep asking questions, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll be here to help you dive deeper next time.